Welcome, Scorpio. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your new moon in Gemini tarot reading. The new moon occurs on the 5th of June, the 6th of June in the Western Northern hemispheres. And I want to remind you all that it is a general reading. It may not resonate for all of you, but I do personal readings. The information for that you can find in the description box below. I am continuing to give free readings on about the first of the month. That's upcoming. And I take the winners from the comment sections and the donations that have been previously received. So thank you all for the support that you give me, particularly for your presence here now. Let's get started, Scorpio, with your overall energy for this new moon in Gemini. We have the Queen of Water. This is a powerful place for you in your element, Scorpio. You are experiencing and sitting with the power of your passions, your interests, your feelings. There is a connection here with the things that you have shared and gained with your intimates. There's a focus on the way that you share resources, the way that you share your time, your money, the way that you accept and give support to others. A lot of that support comes in the form of your deep ability to feel compassionately and deeply into a range of experiences in the way that they have affected others in a way you can resonate with. So this is perhaps filling in the details of a story that you're telling, relationships you're building, a community that is forming around your talents, your skills, your resources. In the present, we have the 10 of Water. This is the 10 of Cups, and it is really truly describing the kind of community that is a real clear expression of who you are. This is you really sinking in and valuing the things that you share with others intimately, safely, authentically. This is you not holding back your experiences, your feelings along an entire spectrum regarding not only what you've learned, but what you can share with others, what others can learn from you. And you value this community, these relationships that allow you to experience the abundance that the universe has to provide, the abundance that highlights your privilege. And by privilege, I mean this acceptance, this reveling, this growth through your talent, through the gifts you have received, acknowledging that we all have gifts and that as a community, these can be best shared, best expressed, best experienced in ways that help and support others. In the past, the Tower card is describing perhaps something that has not been going according to going according to plan, I should say. Something that isn't quite working out the way that you envisioned it, but in many ways you are experiencing the blessings of that catastrophe, that surprise, that unexpected evolution of a plan. This is you understanding that you are in a better position as a result of this change, this failure, this disruption. And this can also be the failure in institutions or resources that you expected to support you in ways that allowed something better to come through for you. In the future, the Four of Water. This is describing, it's interesting, there's a sense here of frustration that I'm sensing with the abundance of resources that you have, the abundance of talent that is growing and you feel that is being maximized in your community, in your environment, but a sense that it isn't growing in a direction, it isn't moving forward, that you're getting frustrated or even bored with something that has become a routine, a pattern, or a habit. In that way, you are as well coming to an appreciation of your practice, your habits, your routines that you've learned in through which you have learned to choose those things that really support you, that really are uh, that feel good for you, those things that acknowledge you, that value you, um, and that if you are dissatisfied with the offers you're receiving, and they may be very modest compared to your vision of what you are, what your value is, what you actually need, then you are understanding as well that you can manifest something different. If you're not happy with what you're getting, you can move towards those things that will be the precise things that match your energy now. When you have possibly set out this intention in the past, you were a different person. You may be receiving something you always thought was going to be it, and now, in hindsight, you realize that you've grown since then. And actually, this wish fulfillment is no longer adequate to what your deeper needs are. So, this is one in which you are looking to really ground your spiritual, your emotional foundation in circumstances and conditions that really truly support and uplift you, that feel you, that heal you. If you're resonating with this reading, Scorpio, please like this video, share this with others, comment if you feel moved to do so, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. It is appreciated. And I pulled the Imagination card. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. This is very, very much about the ways in which you're finding support for your talents in the world, in your community, through your relationships. And from the Hummingbird Oracle, I have pulled Bouquets of Blessings. Your broken wings are mending. Relax and know that you're receiving a miraculous gift of healing. Beautiful. Yes, all this water, with the exception of Tower, which I believe is often associated with fire, it really doesn't matter. You're in a place of feeling, deep feelings, forgiveness, compassion, honoring, watering your talents and your gifts. So, this bouquet of blessings is really just amplifying the idea that you're in the zone that is appropriate to you as you learn to manage your gifts, to keep it going, to continue to grow. In the present, the Ten of Water is clarified by the Seven of Cups and the Ten of Swords. Two tens here are very much describing this incredible passage that you are experiencing. You have had to let go of a lot of old beliefs, a lot of needs that you were supplying for others in some ways, whatever way that looks for you. And you are understanding that you're not required or obligated to fulfill the desires, the dreams, the expectations of other people. That is what is supporting and healing this community of sharing, this resourceful community in which all things are shared. That is how you are healing this old story of doing things for others and not giving enough to yourself. So in doing that, Um, and this is not to suggest that you've never done anything for yourself at all. Can often be the requirements of parenthood, the requirements of family, the needs of others who truly depend on you, or out of which you have been evolved, your growth. So fulfilling the expectations of parents as intended to be an expression of love, when in many ways that may have turned out quite differently. And in order to see that, you've had to recognize that the beliefs and attitudes, the perspectives of others were not shared by you. And what that's leading to instead is this idea that you have many options that were formerly not anticipated, not expected, not seen. And these new offers are not all equally beneficial. They're not all equally gifts or helpful to your long term growth, but they are a sense of being needed, being wanted. And that is exactly what you are evolving from, recognizing that being needed is not the criterion on which you're basing your relationships now, or the community that you are creating around you. That your vision goes far beyond taking responsibility for others' needs. It goes far deeper into the imagination. And as you are transiting deeper into the opportunities and options that your imagination, your creative impulse guides you to, you are at times overwhelmed. For you, this represents, I believe, a pathway to what is best for you, the single focus that is defining you, defining your efforts and your growth. In the past, the Tower is clarified by the Hermit card and the Knight of Swords. Yeah, your vision, your opportunities for growth, your sense of your valuing your own resources, your own gifts, your own talents is really coming as a result of your ability to withdraw from the many changes that are occurring in your social environment and really reground into a sense of your own authority. And that means that you need a certain amount of space, privacy, solitude to really understand what your vision is, to stand back on your right to be who you are, that your authority supersedes the authorities of others that necessarily guide all of us as we have our social experience in the world, but you've had to move beyond that. You've had to clear that away and understand that you adhere to a higher sense of authority, and that authority comes from within you. And this is, in fact, what is motivating your growth in terms of your ability to communicate, to your communications with others, sharing new ideas, reaching out and making new contacts is what's fueling new beginnings. It's inspiring new beginnings for you. It's allowing you to put your passions aside, put your personal feelings aside, to be dispassionate when it comes to the path of victory for you. In the future, the Four of Waters, clarified by the Page of Pentacles and the Fool card. So you are really open up to this new way of manifesting what you need. I see this practice of aligning yourself with things that feel good in general to you, that there's been a lot of undoing of guilt around your ability to find joy, passion, to move towards things that support you. There's some sense that that was a taboo. This can be a cultural taboo. This can be an expectation that for some reason you are not able or are not deserving of things that work for you, moving towards being able to have victories, to have support. You weren't deserving of that. You are overcoming that. And sometimes the sense of restlessness or even boredom with the path you're on is really a pushback from your unconscious against these old uh, beliefs of the past. And this is really opening you up to interrogating what the sense of boredom is, what the sense of dissatisfaction that you may experience is. Is it really that I'm not getting what I want, or is it that I am not used to feeling in this way, feeling that this is a slow, incremental process? This is something I have to do for myself. This isn't something that can be given to me. And when sometimes the connections don't feel as though they work in the world, I cannot fall back on the old beliefs that were instilled with me, that I've been conditioned with, that tells me that I shouldn't be pursuing this. This process of self analysis, almost internal evaluation review of your process and where you are at each step, is part of your openness to learning how to do things differently. And in addition to that, this is part of your plan. You have planned this new adventure that you're taking. You're really taking such powerful ownership of your plan that you are interrogating every step of the way, whatever holds you back from moving in this direction that you know is appropriate for you, that you know in many ways you are compelled onto this journey. You don't feel like you have a choice, but there's a way in which you may punish yourself almost because you are on this path. You are on an altered path from that which was given to you. This is a path you had to beat out of the bushes for yourself. And you are so advanced on this path, you are still looking in the rearview mirror, as is necessarily the case. We still have loved ones. We still have those that we feel accountable to, that we feel responsible to. So we don't want to leave them behind in any way, or we don't want to falsely tie ourselves to fulfilling their needs because we think that's what we're supposed to do. So this is a huge leap for you. I'm curious to clarify the Ten of Water at the middle here with the King of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. You are really opening up, you're cracking the door open to powers you already have. You're giving yourself permission in a way. You're planning to step into a place where you already have a lot of mastery, but you're now committing to that sense of ownership around your own path and your own vision. And this ability to communicate this not only with others, to be open to the new ways of doing things, new ideas about that, but this sense that you have that you are committing to a path that you already are prepared for, you've long been prepared for, is what is opening this door for you, what is really launching you onto this path of a new beginning. This is an abundant new beginning. This is one that will feed your security and stability and your sense of greater abundance, not just for yourself, but for the world. I'm going to finish this reading, Scorpio, with a yogic path oracle. And I am going to pull the Ahimsa card, and I'm going to look that up in the beautiful guidebook. And Ahimsa is called nonviolence. You've been observant of how your thoughts affect your actions and how your actions reflect the quality of your life. Through actively changing your internal monologue, you are manifesting a heightened state of consciousness in a new paradigm. Continue to fine tune your inner language to radiate compassion, joy, and peace. Even the most disciplined yogis still often look in the mirror and think negative thoughts about themselves, get frustrated when stuck in traffic, or speak words to a loved one that don't radiate pure love. These moments are your guru, reminding you of where you still need to grow. Overcoming your triggers facilitates growth. Each time you feel the voice of negativity come through, sing back to it the words of compassion. You'll quickly find these words echoed back by all those you encounter. As always, Scorpio, thank you for your support and for your time with me here. Until next time, namaste.